Hi guys, welcome back. Magic Farm with me, Sid, and well, Magic Farm 2 actually. I'm having a real brain fart day today. You have to excuse me. Anyway, I've been busy. I built this over on the mainland from the Lemuria. So we've got a nice little church affair going on. Nothing fancy, just you know, cobble, stone brick, spruce brick wall. And this has got a nice little overgrown graveyard in it. I've completely closed up access via here now, so there's no... This reed farm's going to have to move at some point. And I've moved my gravestone for my first death on the server, if I can just get myself in there, showing me I was slain by a silverfish. I would have preferred it if it had said I was slain by a horde of silverfish, including a metric crap ton of legendary silverfish, but it didn't. I didn't get that option, so yeah, nothing fancy in here at the moment. I have completed, so we've now got a nice stairway. It's all decorated up down to a corridor, which is also complete. I haven't done anything this way yet, but that's off to the mine, so yeah, no biggie. So we've managed to get this entire corridor completed. Man, there was some silverfish in here as well. Unfortunately, no legendary silverfish, and I didn't get more than 2 or 3 at once, so it was manageable. But yeah, it was entertaining, shall we say. I have shifted the walls back on this and that side one, so now we've got room to put the little tags on. Still got a crap ton of stuff. I also encountered I was out fertling round, and I've picked up a few bits and pieces. A few legendary mobs have decided to attack me. One of them dropped that, which is going to go on my bod, and one of them dropped that, and I think that is actually better than that. So I'm going to stick that in there for now and go over to the other part of the build. In fact, let me just swap that out. Full diamond, yeah. And what I've done over here is started on the armory. So I put Bibliocraft armor stands in. They are dead simple to make. If you don't know the recipe, I have to sit there and spell it in American, of course. 2 iron ingots, 3 stone slabs. Bang, jobs are good. So we can go on there and we can stick that bit of chainmail on, and I'll shift my armour across here. In here I'm going to put tool racks in these recessed areas. Lots of night ore. I've been making that like a boss over in the Thorncraft area, which you'll notice has moved. This is working brilliantly. I think that's empty. These tanks are happy, and that's the yield from everything that I had to smelt in there. I haven't done the rutile ore because it will only make me impure titanium, and I need liquid magnesium to turn it into pure titanium. So yeah, I don't get that. I'll come back to that one. And in the yeah, I've gone a bit mad with night ore up here, and I'll probably go mad with night ore elsewhere. I haven't used it up here. It didn't really fit for me. Lots of pearls, so I'll need to harvest those at some point. So this is the magic dome, as it's going to be. Got my crucible, and that's working. And all my research stuff. So I still need to finish off researching this golden wand caps. I haven't even touched that. But this episode, what I want to do is to bring the farm, at least the crop farms, over and get that installed over here. Now the problem is in this mod pack, or certainly in the previous version of Magic Farm, and I don't know whether this has changed. If anybody knows it's changed, let me know in the comments, because it'll save me a whole load of heartache in the future. But in the previous Magic Farm, crops would not grow unless they had direct access to the sky. So that means I can't do it down here. I can't do it underwater. I can't do it underground. I've got to go and take myself some kind of thing up above. So my plan is to take a corridor out of here, go so many blocks out, don't want to have it too much overhanging this, and then go up and have like a platform structure emerging from the water up over there somewhere. To do that, I'm going to need a lot of sandstone. My design that I've come up with involves sandstone, etched sandstone, usual stuff like that. A bit of glowstone. I think I've still got some left, not a lot, but you know, enough. I've got some sandstone slabs there, that's always nice. Oh, so much crap, I need to get this all sorted. Sandstone, smooth sandstone, more sandstone, chiseled sandstone, sandstone slabs, more sandstone, and some sand. Well, that'll give me a start, because I can take the sand. Oh, not that I'm short of sand, obviously I've got a desert right next to me. Bonk. We'll get that into sandstone. Now if I remember rightly, chiseled sandstone, yep, that's the one. So I'm going to go and gather what I need. I'm going to need some glass for the tunnel, a lot more sand and sandstone, and I'll be back after in a moment, or well, in quite a moment. Okay, we're back. I've been out, got a whole bunch of sand, and I've got whatever sandstone I had, a bit of copper I need to drop off in the smeltery, so we'll just chuck that in while we're down here. Blomp. I've also made this thing, a sleeping bag, because I'm conscious that I'm out of the base or I'm doing something somewhere and night time comes around, as it's doing, and I need to come back here to sleep, which is not effective, especially with the hunger in this game. You know, you don't want to be wasting hunger walking backwards and forwards. Now apparently you place this in your chest slot at night and you sleep, so we'll test that when we get to night time. Dead easy to make. Oops, if I can get the it's just 4 carpets and 4 wool, so yeah, nothing fancy. Anyway, I've built the tunnel out to here, which is where I'm going to be going up. I've done this off camera because you've watched me derping around trying to build things in water enough, and had a few hairy moments actually. These bloody kelp go out the way to try and drown you. They really do. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I've just left the water at this point where I can swim up to the surface, and we can just do these all the way up. Now I may leave the water I may leave the water in place, I don't know. I'm going to stick a torch on here just to stop any badness spawning. And down we go again. So this is a damn sight easier than building those underwater tunnels, I'll say that much. And up we go again. I reckon we're getting close to night time, so let's go and test this sleeping bag. Dive. Yeah, so I may leave that water there. I have a plan for that now. Ah. Whoa. What the? Not good. Oh dear. Oh, where's my axe? So somehow I managed to glitch into that block, so that's an important lesson learned. However, fortunately it was right next door to the kelp, so no harm done, no water flooding in. And it's a single-use bed. Alright. You'll learn something. I don't appear to have a sleeping bag anymore. Probably easy to carry a bed around, to be honest. Right, let's get back up and get this underway. I didn't realise it was single use. Oh, that's why I'm stuck. Let's take that out and fix that one. And down we go again. At least we'll be working in the open air once we've got this bit done. So, while I'm doing this, one thing I wanted to mention, I mentioned it in my Minecraft LP yesterday, which would have been Thursday. I'm recording this on Sunday, of course, so yesterday isn't actually Thursday, it's today. In fact, it's Saturday. So, yeah, I finally have my, what's the word I'm looking for here? My officey recording space done. And that means that I now have my microphone, webcam, desktop PC, all of the stuff that we need set up. I've got a few bits of software to install, but apart from that, I'm pretty much there. I'm going to lose some of this, aren't I? Oh well. So that puts me in a position now where all things working, I can start considering live streaming. Now, I haven't got a date in mind for this. I think that will do. That's we'll take it up a couple more. So I haven't got a date in mind for this yet. It will probably be weekends, and so almost certainly the first live stream I do will be Magic Farm 2, because it's been good to me, and you guys have been good to me, and I think it's good streaming material. So yeah, that's my plan. So I need a 2. This is a better way of doing it. I don't lose the block. Derp extraordinaire. So 1, that's 2. Then we got 2 more of these. Okay. I'll just go up and get the instructor in place. Bonk. Bonk. Now this is going to overhang the base somewhat, but that's not a problem. Love that autofill your inventory feature in this game, it's brilliant. Yeah, so I think it will be a Saturday night, or possibly even a Sunday, because I don't really put anything out on Sundays, other than the odd bit and piece like the Cubiax stuff, or just silly odds and ends. It will certainly be evening, GMT time, so, you know, 6, 7 o'clock. Possibly slightly later, who knows? That's the beauty of this when you haven't got plans. Nobody knows your plans. Yeah, so certainly evening. Probably hour, 2 hours. I'm not going to go overboard and try and do like 5-hour streams or anything. My first one will almost certainly contain a catalogue of errors. So if nothing else, it should be good for a giggle, because I'll be getting the software mixed up. I've not used it was FF Split, I think, is the software I'm intending to use. I've not actually done anything live on Twitch ever before, so that could be fun. Pardon me. Get to burp live, of course. So this is fairly crude at the moment. I do need my craftingy bench thing. I do need to have a scuff on something. So that's probably what's going to happen. Now, format will probably be less structured. It's going to have to be, because it's, you know, live streaming itself by its nature, I think, is more reactionary. You get your feedback, you react to your audience, and so on and so forth. Right, get that lot done, and we're bunch of those to give me a bunch of those. I also need a bunch of those, probably another bunch of those. So yeah, that's the plan. Obviously it will be, what's the word I'm looking for here? Interactive, I suppose, is the right word to use. So if you've got questions, ideas, anything, I'll talk about anything I've got. I won't use the word opinions. Opinions is kind of a negative thing, but I do have views on most topics. Some stronger than others, which means, of course, you'll get to either let me have a rant with me or, you know, whatever. And yeah, it should be fun, hopefully. And hopefully everybody will get some enjoyment out of it. So I will post details on the YouTube channel, probably just a little, I'm going to live stream video, a short one, and probably a, I will certainly be tweeting it out via the Titanium Gaming Twitter account. So if you're not following us on that, now's the time to click the link in the header bar or the about box. So that takes those out. And yeah, hopefully it will be a fun time for all. As I say, there is so much that can go wrong. I am, in all honesty, a little bit nervous about the idea of live streaming and never done it, oh god, never done it before. But you know, you've got to try these things, haven't you? Hey, you've got to try these things. Come on, get me out. Otherwise, how do you know? How do you know whether it's good or not? Right, I'm going to just work on the one because I've got kind of the infrastructure in place for this now. And okay, that gets us up neatly. I'm going to do something down the side, just like little handraily bits. So the next bit is I need some of this carved stuff. And from here we're going to go, it's a 4, then a 2. Let me get some, god, what can I use? Probably need to go and grab some dirt or something. It doesn't matter if I lose, so I'm going to go grab that and I'll be back in a moment. I may also build the getting up here mechanism. In fact, I will build the getting up here mechanism while we're down there. I think I've got enough wool. Okay, I'll see you back in the storeroom. Okay, I've got the stuff we need. So I have killed in the past a couple of Endermen who were misfortunate enough to teleport into my base. So I'm going to make 2 of these elevators. These are the open blocks thing I used in the previous series, and just dump this wall away. Fortunately, I did have just about enough. I'm also conscious that time's ticking on, so let's get up. I think I'm at about 18 minutes of recording time so far, because I'm rambling, and when I ramble, I go on and lose track of time. Thus is the gospel according to Sid. Right, let's have one of you in here. Now the question is, I don't know whether this will work through water or not, so let's just whiz up and place this here. Nope, doesn't. It needs to be drained. Wonderful. Okay, I've got this to build out, so we'll get that built. This is going to be 42124, I think was the, no, yeah, 42142, yeah. So that'll give us a circle. So I'm going to get this built. I'll do this off camera because obviously times are running and you don't want to watch me build a circle. So I'll be right back in a moment. Okay, we're approaching completion on this. I just thought I'd show you. I've drained this tower now. I've had to go back and get a few bits and pieces, glowstone, yada yada. Elevator is functioning. Now what I didn't get was any bloody dirt. That's what I went back for specifically. Right, let's just go and I'll hunger be damned, I'm going to run and grab a couple of stacks of dirt. Conscious time is ticking. So, we'll grab that and we'll get this farm land in. Give me some dirt. More dirt. And barrels are brilliant. Always love barrels in all of these mod packs. If they're going to add anything to vanilla Minecraft, barrels. Oh, and half slabs of clay. Slabs of clay and clay steps, that'd be nice. Anything else? Yeah, there's a whole list actually, to be fair. Right, let's just get this hammered out. I came up with the design and I checked this out in creative before like I generally do, to make sure that this is I won't use the word spawn proof because it's not 100. I don't think it'll be anything's ever 100% spawn proof unless you make it out of bloody glowstone or make sure the lighting levels are such that there is no chance of these things coming in. But if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, take that one out, and we come here 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not right, is it? Oh no, that's definitely not right. Let's do that and that. And then 1, 2, 3. That's probably more like it. 1, 2, 3. And the same again. Buckets. Okay, fill those up. Need some water. Fortunately, got a sea full of it. So, bonk. And I know technically that one source block is enough, but you know, it's just me, OCD, attention, whatever you want to call it. I like to have them not flowing, partially because of the noise it makes. So that's what we'll have, and then what will go here is, if I can just, oops, done that the wrong way around, use you as a pedestal, and similarly use you as a pedestal, and then on top of that we have a bit of glowstone, and that gives us a kind of lighting. We should keep this illuminated enough that it doesn't spawn, and so on and so forth. Now the other thing we need to do is grab those. I'll finish off those water troughs in a moment and come down like so, and I think that's like that, and then like that, and that gives us our little barrier to walk up. I may put some glass on that, I don't know. Little design spangles. Oh god, didn't want that there. I'm going to lose that, but oh well. It's only sandstone, it's not the most precious material in the world. And what we can do also is jump off of there and possibly go around and just do these undersides with stairs, which should be entertaining to say the least. Like that, which I'm not going to do the whole lot on camera. That would be madness. We'll just use that to get myself up here. So I'm going to finish this off camera. We can then look at transferring crops over here, and we'll have 4 of these, which will give us plenty of growing space for our crops. And yeah, that'll be it. So possibly the next time you see me doing Magic Farm, it may be live streaming. But keep your eyes peeled for details, and if you're not subscribed on the Twitter, subscribe on the Twitter. Yeah, so I'll carry on doing this, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.